Any man who tries to be good all the time is bound to come to ruin among the great number who are more pain. Related to mastering your emotions is the ability to distance yourself from the present moment and think objectively about the past and future. Never take your position for granted, and never let any favors you receive go to your head. Without enemies around us, we grow old. The great questions of the time will be decided, not by speeches and resolution, but by errand and love. When you are trying to impress people with words, the more you say, the more common you appear, and the less in control. Humans are machines of interpretation and explanation. They have to know what you are thinking. When you carefully control what you reveal, they cannot pierce your intentions or your meaning. It is easier to cope with a bad conscience than with a bad reputation. When you force the other person to act, you are the one in control. To maintain your independence, you must always be needed and wanted. One sincere and honest move will cover our dreams of listeners to. Truth is so precious that she should always be tended by a bodyguard of yours. Know who you are dealing with. Do not offend the wrong person. Be the master of your own image rather than letting others define it for you. One should not be straightforward. Go and see the forest. The standing trees are cut down. The fruit ones are left standing. If you are unsure of a course of action, do not attempt. Your doubts and hesitations may affect your execution. Words like freedom, option, and choice evoke the power of possibility far beyond the reality of the benefits they entail. Never seem to be in a hurry. Hurrying betrays the lack of control over yourself and over time. Anger and emotion are strategically counterproductive. You must always stay calm and objective. What is offered for free is dangerous. It usually involves either a trick or a hidden obligation. What happens first always appears better and more original than what comes after. The mirror reflects reality, but it is also the perfect tool for deception. When you mirror your enemies doing exactly as they do, they cannot figure out your strategy. Appearing better than others is always dangerous, but most dangerous of all is to appear to have no faults or weaknesses. The greatest danger occurs at the moment of victory. There is a difference between being poor and being broke. Broke is temporary, poor is internal. Money is one form of power, but what is more powerful is financial education. The poor and the middle class work for money. The rich have money work for them. Life pushes all of us around. Some people give up and others fights. A few learn the lesson and move on. People's lives are forever controlled by two emotions, fear and greed. The avoidance of money is just as psychotic as being attached to money. It's not how much money you make, it's how much money you keep. Rich people acquire assets. The poor and middle class acquire liabilities that they think are assets. An asset puts money in my pocket. A liability takes money out of my pocket. Cash flow tells the story of how a person handles money. If you find you have dug yourself into a hole so big, a person can be highly educated, professionally successful, and financially illiterate. An intelligent person hires people who are more intelligent than he is. Wealth is a person's ability to survive so many number of days forward. Or if I stopped working today, how long could I survive? The rich focus on their assets columns, while everyone else focus on their income statements. Financial struggle is often the result of people working all their lives for someone else. Start minding your own business. Keep your daytime job, but start buying real assets, not liabilities. My rich dad just played the game smart, and he did it through corporations, the biggest secret of their rich. Once government got a taste of money, its appetite grew. If you work for money, you give the power to your employer. If money works for you, you give the power and control it. Often in the real world, it's not the smart who get ahead, but the bored. Games reflect behavior. They are instant feedback in your systems. The single most powerful asset we all have is our mind. If it is trained well, it can contain enormous wealth. The problem with secure investments is that they are often sanitized, that is, made so safe that the gains are less. It is not gambling if you know what you are doing. It is gambling if you are just throwing money into a deal and praying. Great opportunities are not seen with your eyes, they are seen with your mind. Job security meant everything to my educated dad. Learning meant everything to my rich dad. You want to know a little about a lot was rich dad's suggestion. Job is an acronym for just our broke. Workers work hard enough to not be fired, and owners pay just enough so that workers won't quit. The primary difference between a rich person and a poor person is how they manage fear. For most people, the reason they don't win financially is because the pain of losing money is far greater than the joy of being rich. Failure inspires winners. Failure defeats losers. Rich dad believes that the words "I can't afford it" shut down your brain. How can I afford it? Opens up possibilities, excitement, and dreams. If I pay myself first, I get financially stronger, mentally and physically. There is gold everywhere. Most people are not trained to see it. The sophisticated investor's first question is, how fast do I get my money back? Stop doing what you are doing. In other words, take a break and assess what is working and what is not working. Actions always beats inaction. Money is only an idea. If you want more money, simply change your thinking. All of you were given two great gifts, your mind and your time. It is up to you to do what you please with both. If you want to be rich, you must know what kind of income to work hard for, how to keep it and how to protect it from loss. That is the key to great wealth. The one thing. If you chase two rabbits, you will catch either one. Be like postage stamp. Stick to one thing until you get there. What's the one thing you can do this week such that by doing it everything else will be easier or unnecessary? Extraordinary results are directly determined by how narrow you can make your focus. Every great change starts like folding dominoes. A geometric progression is like a long train. It starts out too slow to notice until it's moving too fast to stop. The key is our time. Success is built sequentially. It's one thing at a time. It is those who concentrate on but one thing at a time who advance in this world. The list of businesses that have achieved extraordinary results through the power of the one thing is endless. There can only be one most important thing. Many things may be important, but only one can be the most important. You must be single-minded. Drive for the one thing on which you have decided. No one succeeds alone. No one. Success demands singleness of purpose. It ain't what you don't know that gets you into trouble. It's what you know for sure that just ain't so. Things which matter most must never be at the mercy of things which matter least. Equality is a lie. Understanding this is the basis of all great decisions. The things which are most important don't always scream the loudest. Achievers always work from a clear sense of priority. The 80-20 principle says the minority of your effort leads to the majority of results. The majority of what you want will come from the majority of what you do. Doing the most important thing is always the most important thing. Multitasking is a lie. Multitasking is merely the opportunity to screw up more than one thing at a time. It's not that we have too little time to do all the things we need to do. It's that we feel the need to do too many things in the time we have. Task switching exacts are cost few realize they are even paying. When you do the right thing, it can liberate you from having to monitor everything. Those with the right habits seem to do better than others. They are doing the most important thing regularly, and as a result, everything else is easier. Willpower is always on, willpower is a lie. The more we use our mind, the less minding power we have. People do not decide their futures, they decide their habits, and their habits decide their futures. Extraordinary results require a great answer. The research and experience of others is the best place to start when looking for your answer. The benchmark is today's success, the trend is tomorrow's. A new answer usually requires new behavior. Even if you are on the right track, you will get run over if you just sit there. Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself. Resting is as important as work. Good decisions depend on more than just wisdom and common sense. The truth is balancing is bunk. It is an unattainable pipe dream. The quest for balance between work and life, as we have come to think of it, isn't just a losing proposition. It's a hurtful, destructive one. A balanced life is a lie. Magic happens at the extremes. When you gamble with your time, you may be placing a bet you can't cover. Even if you are sure you can win, be careful that you can live with what you lose. Toying with time will lead you down a rabbit hole with no way out. To achieve an extraordinary result, you must choose what matters most and give it all the time it demands. When you act on your priority, you will automatically go out of balance, giving more time to one thing over another. We are kept from our goal, not by obstacles, but by a clear path to a lesson. Big is bad is a lie. No one knows their ultimate ceiling for achievement, so worrying about it is a waste of time. The only actions that become springboards to succeeding big are those informed by big thinking to begin. What you build today will either empower or restrict you tomorrow. Thinking informs actions, and actions determine outcomes. The rung of a ladder was never meant to rest upon, but only to hold a man's foot long enough to enable him to put the other somewhat higher. As you experience big, you become big. Only living big will let you experience your true life and work potential. Be careful how you interpret the world. It is like that. Quality of any answer is directly determined by the quality of questions. But those woulda, coulda, shouldas all ran away and hide from one little gate. Success is simple. Do what's right, the right way at the right time. Start with the big stuff and see where it takes you. Now I am reading the fourth book, The Power of Your Subconscious Mind. The tendency of your subconscious mind is always life work. Your job is with the conscious mind. Feed your conscious mind with the premises that are true. Your subconscious is always reproducing according to your habitual mental patterns. You have infinite riches within your reach. To gain them, all you have to do is open your mental eyes and behold the treasure house of infinity within you. Whether the object of your faith is real or fake, you will get results. Your subconscious mind responds to the thought in your mind. Look upon faith as a thought in your mind, and that will suffice. Know that you can remain yourself by giving a new blueprint to your subconscious mind. Whatever your conscious mind assumes and believes to be true, your subconscious mind will accept and bring to pass. Develop a definite plan for turning over your request or desire to your subconscious mind. Never say I can't. Overcome that fear by substituting the following. I can do all things through the power of my subconscious mind. It's foolish to believe in sickness. and something to hurt or to harm you. Believe in perfect health, prosperity, peace, wealth, and divine guidance. As within, so without, as above, so below. All disease originates in the mind. Nothing appears on the body unless there is a mental pattern corresponding to it. There is one process of healing, and that is faith. There is only one healing power, namely your subconscious mind. Find out what is that heals you. Realize that correct directions given to your subconscious mind will heal your mind and body. Think good and good follows. Think evil and evil follows. You are what you think all day long. Know that faith is like a seed planted in the ground. It grows after its kind. Plant the idea seed in your mind, water and fertilize it with expectancy and it will manifest. We are mental engineers and use tried and proved techniques in building a grander and greater life. The feeling of health produces health. The feeling of wealth produces wealth. How do you feel? Think and plan independently of traditional methods. Know that there is always an answer and a solution to every problem. Your mind is not evil. No force of nature is evil. It depends upon how you use the power of nature. Use your mind to bless, heal, and inspire all people everywhere. You build a new body every 11 months. Change your body by changing your thoughts and keeping them changed. When your mind is relaxed and you accept an idea, your subconscious goes to work to accept the height. You avoid the conflict between your conscious and subconscious in the sleepy state. Imagine the fulfillment of your desire over and over again prior to sleep. Sleep in peace and wake in joy. Ask and you will receive. Seek and you will find. Knock and the door will be open. Desire to do things the easy way with the sure aid of mental science. In all your designs you will succeed and light will shine on your path. The treasure house is within you. Look within for the answer your heart desires. Be a mental engineer and use tried and true techniques in building a greater and grander life. The action in your thought and the reaction in your response is the response of your subconscious mind. If you think wise, your decisions will be wise. Wealth is the subconscious conviction built into your mentality, the idea of wealth. The block to wealth is in your own mind. Destroy that block by getting on good mental terms with everyone. Remember that the thankful heart is always close to the riches of the universe. Your subconscious never sleeps. It is always on the job. It controls all your visual functions. Your subconscious is the storehouse of memory, and within your subconscious are recorded all your experiences since childhood. Start each day by saying to yourself, happiness will come to me. I have a sublime confidence in this power. You cannot buy happiness. The kingdom of happiness is in your thought and feel. A happiest person are those that bring forth the best in themselves. Remember, your subconscious mind cannot act if your mind is divided. You cannot find happiness if you are harboring thoughts of doubt that lasting happiness will ever be yours. You have the freedom to make your own choices. Take a personal inventory of the contents of your mind, then choose thoughts of health, happiness, peace, and abundance, and you will reap fabulous dividends in all your relationships. Always treat others as you would like them to treat you. Love is the answer to getting along with others. Love is understanding, goodwill, and a respect for the divinity of the other. The true meaning of forgiveness is to forgive yourself. You can build the idea of freedom and peace of mind into your mentality. so that it reaches your subconscious depths. It has been said that a person's greatest enemy is fear. Your subconscious mind never grew old. It is timeless, ageless, and endless. Retirement can be a new venture, a new challenge, a new path, the beginning of the fulfillment of a long dream. Old age is not a tragic occurrence. What we call the aging process is really change. Each phase of human life is a step forward on a path that has no end. We have enormous powers that transcend the limits of our bodily powers. We have marvelous senses that transcend the limits of our five physical senses. Life is spiritual and eternal. Life is spiritual and eternal. Leave a comment of which is your favorite quote. And if you want to see me in future, you can subscribe. Thanks for watching.